Hey y'all, quick note. While My Hero Academia was created for kids, this podcast is not safe for work or children. All trigger warnings and spoilers for each episode can be found at our website, myheroanalysis.com. Thanks for listening. Hey y'all, it's Fern again. We wanted to give y'all a heads up that we're handling episode 14 a little differently than some of our past episodes. When we originally recorded this episode, a major manga update had come out, and we were so overcome with emotions that we left some pretty big spoilers all through the episode, and then those spoilers ended up being very, very incorrect. So we're releasing two versions of this episode. If you're not caught up on the manga, make sure you're listening to the no spoilers version, and if you're listening to the spoilery version, enjoy laughing at how wrong we were. And as always, no matter what, thank you so much for listening and supporting this weird-ass passion project of ours. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Hey y'all, this is My Hero Analysis, a podcast about My Hero Academia, aka Boku no Hero Academia. We are three grown adults who mine Japanese children's cartoons for serotonin because God knows our brains aren't making it naturally.
Hello everyone, I am Fern. I have new headphones. They're supposed to be Bluetooth, but they're not connecting to my computer. So we're going corded. We're going old school.
Ugh, corded headphones being old school, it makes me feel old.
There's a lot of cords happening right now, and I'm like shoved in a little desk corner. So having a very interesting little experience right now.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Well, I'm Nicole, and I have already forgotten what I've been doing for like this past 7 days, 10 days. Mm-hmm. I'm blaming it on Turkey Day last week, and all the ensuing tryptophan just erased my brain. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I think you were mostly just driving.
Yeah, I was driving a lot too. And I'm going to be driving even more this month. Yay.
Yay, driving. Hey, y'all, it's Maria. As per usual, I'm chronically late, but it's fine. I would say not as late as most of the time.
That's true.
That is true.
What did I do this past week? I don't know. It all feels kind of like a blur.
Right.
I spent a lot of time watching holiday movies.
Yeah. Time well spent.
Yeah, I like cocooned myself and forgot the world existed. I think that's why I don't remember much of what has been going on lately.
Yeah.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah, same.
So I think this week, for once, we have some news.
Yeah, we do have some news. First, we have a little bit of personal podcast news. We just realized that we have 5 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts as of this recording, and we love y'all so much.
We're so happy. Oh my God.
You.
Actual people like us.
Right.
They like our banter and our segues.
Our chaos.
Our constant portrayal of love for Animal Crossing.
We don't know what y'all see in us, but thank you.
But thank you for being here anyway. We love you and we hope you stay. Also, I personally remembered that our hosting site for the podcast actually lets you see numbers. Mm-hmm. And we have listeners in other countries. Like, that blew my mind so much. Like, hello, other countries. We also love you.
Yes, we love you very much. We're so thankful to have you. I keep forgetting to like update y'all with like statistics on the Anchor site because I forget that like I'm just glued to it 24/7. I'm always on it, and I forget that it's not the same for y'all.
Yeah, and then you just come in the group chat like, okay, we hit another milestone, and it's very minor for you because you've been watching like the numbers tick up.
I'm like,
and
we went from 10 viewers to 20. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I'm just in my office screaming at the thought of the numbers doubling or increasing.
I was
or
at
anything.
work and I had to do like a double take. I was like, what? What?
Someone out there listens to us on a somewhat weekly basis. Incredible.
Hi.
I
Well, that's it for the personal news. All right. Well, I guess we should start the actual episode.
Yes.
And we will talk about the UA trader as it comes up.
Yes. So this week we're starting season 2. Oh my God. So exciting. I didn't think we'd last through season 1, but we did. Very proud of us. So in this episode, we're covering episode 14 of the anime. That's the idea, Oshako. And the accompanying manga chapters are the second half of chapter 21 and then all of chapter 22. So to leap right into it, let's get to the timeline. So the episode opens with a recap of how quirks came to be, how Hero Society was formed, Izuku's backstory, obsession with All Might, blah, 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 blah. We already know all of this. We were just there. Hello again, Glow Stick Baby, doomed to be a mystery forevermore. Maybe if we keep bringing it up, then Horikoshi will bring it back up in the manga.
Well, considering he probably will never hear this podcast, we're just going to put like the vibes into the universe. Just like tell us about the Glow Stick Baby, sir.
We need to know. We also get the return of baby Izuku. Good golly gosh. He's so adorable. I love him so much.
He just bounced back to the 1950s for a second.
He's so cute. And then, of course, we get the One for All space sequence overlaid with all of his like new friends and supporters. It's very nice. It's very metaphor. We like.
Yep, we did like it. And also this opening like shifts to a very noir, almost dystopian shot of Deku's past, including like metaphorical representations of his depression and overcoming it with One for All, and like a flash forward type scene to the more intense drawing style that kind of changes as the anime goes on. It was a lot in like 1.5 seconds, and I apparently had a lot of thoughts about it. Also, there was lots of fire, and I couldn't help but wonder if that's an Easter egg considering his dad's quirk.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I always enjoy the recaps. Also, you can visibly see that there's a slight change in the animation.
Yep.
They really packed a lot into just a few minutes.
Yep.
And then after that, we get new intro credits. Our babies are raring to go.
Yes. And the new song also slaps.
Yes, it does.
All right. These intro credits, we're going to look at them just a little bit since this is the first time. It does include the infamous like Bakugo squat stretch that people have feelings about for some reason. I don't know why, because I mean, like I've done that stretch. It's very good for the thigh muscles. Y'all need to calm down. We get a lot of sports festival teases. And I mean, if y'all aren't already aware, the first part of season 2 covers the sports festival.
Yes, it does.
We get Shinso's first appearance. He gets a split second, and he's our best purple boy. We also see Tetsu and Mei. And then we cut back to All Might, and then we see Eraserhead all bandaged up because, spoiler not spoiler, he does in fact survive USJ. And Mike is there too, and he is in the exact same position as he is in the flashback to Oboro's backstory in season 5. Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. It is like,
oh my God.
Frame for frame, the same like dramatic kind of present Mike pose where he's like leaning in because he's a goober.
Oh my goodness.
It's the same like stance, go look. It's ridiculous. This is also like the scene where people point out that Kiri is standing in the same place Oboro was in that same flashback episode. And they're using that for a very bad theory. And I do not ascribe to that theory. Kirishima will live forever, damn it.
Yeah, I've seen that and promptly ignored.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later, but we do not believe that theory. Thank you very much.
Nope. Same. Absolutely. Every time it pops up on TikTok, I'm just like, nope. Goodbye.
Roll.
Yep.
But the new intro slaps, and I enjoy how everyone is just so focused.
Mhm.
Yes. It's very intense. They're all, you can just feel the drive.
Yeah. And all I can think of, it's about drive. It's about power.
Has someone overlaid that song on top of this credit sequence yet?
Not that I've seen, but we need to see it. So listeners, get on it.
Yeah. I keep asking them for ridiculous things. One day a request will be fulfilled.
And our heads will explode and there will be no more podcasts because it will mean we actually had somebody do something for us.
Oh, I will cry. Immediately.
Yeah, we will all bawl.
So the episode continues. We get a shot of a busy street and a news announcement playing on a public TV talking about the recent USJ incident. They mentioned that 72 villains were arrested. And I don't know why that number surprised me when clearly there were 10 plus villains per little clump of students. So it was obviously a fuck ton of people. But I think hearing that exact number made things a little more concrete for me.
Yeah, for sure. I was confused just because I'm pretty sure terms start in a different part of the year in Japan because they said that this plan to attack USJ began in the past spring. So what was the time frame between spring and the first few days of term?
So first of all, to put it into perspective, it's basically, I did the math, it's 3.7 villains per student, not quite the American dream, which is 2.5, but really close to it. Anywho, so Japanese schools start their classes in the spring semester, unlike the US, which is usually in the fall. Yeah. And it's usually around March or late March, early April.
Okay, so they've just started this current year, so it's probably still spring. And if they were planning it since the previous spring, then they've been planning it for a year.
Wow, that's a lot more planning than I thought Shiggy was capable of.
You're not wrong. Of course, we could theorize that it's late spring, almost summer, so May, and then he's only been planning it for 2 months.
That makes more sense. I want it to be
it's
that.
Either a year or 2 months.
Oh, Shiggy.
So then we cut, speaking of Shiggy, or actually, no, this isn't Shiggy. Sorry. Okay. So,
it's a different rundown building.
Oh my God, there's too many. So we cut to an old rundown building and an equally rundown apartment. And All Might's voice starts reading out a letter, mostly talking about how awesome Izuku is, which he deserves, and why he was chosen as One for All's next user. Mostly this serves as a recap of season 1 and everything Izuku's been through. But this is also kind of a teaser for a new character.
Yeah, but also, sir, why are you just writing this out in a letter that anyone can get their hands on at the freaking post office? You're so bad at national security, sir.
He's so bad. Maybe the letter was hand delivered.
I don't care. That deliverer could have looked in the letter. Come on, All Might. Oh, he's so bad at this.
He is.
Anyway, he does call, at least in the dub, he calls One for All a crystalline power that binds itself to one of good heart who rescues others. And I'm paraphrasing there because it was a lot of words. So this is actually confirmation, from an early point that One for All has a form of sentience, which was really interesting because I thought we didn't get that until
this is a really early festival.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah. Also, this is the first time we actually find out Toshi's name, Toshi.
I am really, really hoping Toshi at least got tracking on his letter / priority. God damn it, this man does not know how to keep a goddamn secret.
Oh my God, he doesn't.
I like to think that he hopped over, dropped the letter off, shoved it in the mail slot himself, and then left again. But then why wouldn't he just visit? Never mind. That doesn't make sense. None of that makes sense.
He is kind of scared of Gran Torino, which we find out. But also, the letter, the national security. I can't with this man. He's such a himbo.
He is. Yeah. So as Nicole mentioned, this is our first glimpse of Gran Torino. He is a tiny old man who was Toshi's former mentor, and we will learn more about him soon after this current arc. Don't worry.
I love him so much.
Oh, he's great.
He's what I wish every grandparent was.
Mildly chaotic, very short.
Yep.
With a cape.
Ultimately supportive. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So then we cut to UA, where we see a bunch of staff and Tsukauchi gathered around like a conference table kind of thing, discussing the USJ incident. So Tsukauchi mentions that notably, neither Shigaraki nor Kurogiri are in the Quark registry under the names that they were using. So this is our first taste of their backstories, since the names they're using aren't their real ones. That will become pretty damn crucial later. And we also find out that the criminal underbelly is there's this criminal underbelly that's just full of people that society fails to take care of, much like our own reality. Once again, Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah. But bright side, we do meet Vlad King and his glorious moves.
True.
Yeah, Vlad King does have some very nice cleavage going on, but not as good as All Might.
I mean, nobody's going to have boobs as good as All Might, but...
Oh, yeah, no. Those are size plus ultra. Like...
Oh, my God.
That is his band size. It says plus ultra on the label.
They're patented.
They're insured.
Probably.
His titties are insured. This has already gotten so dumb.
That's the title of
insured titties.
That's the title of this episode. All Might's moves, insured and trademarked.
So yeah, moves are happening. Vlad King is there. He's pretty great. We like him.
Yep.
So All Might starts kind of psychoanalyzing Shiggy and straight up calls him a man-child. And like the moment is overlaid with the spooky kind of ominous music, and it's not supposed to be funny. But when I saw man-child in the subtitles, I just started laughing. Like the juxtaposition of that phrase and like the atmosphere is just wild.
It is. And I hate that it's like accurate, but also it's dissonant. Like, guys, come on.
Yep.
Killing us.
And then Midnight mentions that elementary schoolers receive quirk counseling, which is great. So, that answers one of our questions, but also I feel like teens and adults also desperately need that, especially teenagers who are about as mentally stable as toddlers, like literally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that our suspicions were proved correct.
Gee, I wonder why they were proven correct. It's almost like we know this world far too intimately.
For real. And this is another indication that Shiggy's past is pretty atypical, since he probably didn't go through the regular school system.
Yeah. We actually do get a shot of young Shiggy that calls directly forward to his origin story again in season 5. So that was really interesting to actually see it and recognize it. And now we know that, and we do know that Shiggy didn't go to school that we know of. So like this is yet another hole in the world's social services and another bonk on the head from the mirror mallet. Please stop. I have a concussion.
So Tsukauchi theorizes that the simplicity of Shiggy's motivations is what draws people to him and allowed him to put a force together that was 72 people large, which makes sense because when society's problems are intersectional and difficult to address, simple revenge narratives are really appealing.
Yeah, for sure. And like, even though Shiggy himself like sucks just as a person, the fact that the world is changing, like with the villains getting more desperate under the hero's ironclad rule, they were more apt to follow a man-child or the master behind the man-child.
Yeah. And so basically what we're getting at is this scene is just a really thorough breakdown of, kind of the point of this whole series, which is that you can't let society's issues go unaddressed just because they're nuanced or because the people affected by them aren't sympathetic. because it will come back to bite you in the ass, because people who already have a fuckload of power already will target very specific alienated communities to create a fucking syncopantic army for themselves. And then you end up with Trump supporters and fascism and global catastrophe again.
Yeah.
Time is a circle.
Yeah.
And we keep doing the same thing over and over.
We do. And we suck. Please, people, let's stop it.
So I literally just sat back and like drank my tea because I had nothing more to add to this because y'all had it.
Yeah, I had to send like an apology before I finished the timeline. I was like, 0.7 is long. My bad.
Yeah, no. So I was just like, yeah, y'all got it. And my only comment was, I love Small Might's analysis of Shiggy the man-child. That was it.
There
really
is
good.
A brain in there. There is a brain.
There is some depth to this man. Not much, but I mean, it's there. You can find it if you look carefully.
Mm-hmm. And so then Nezu brings up the idea that Shiggy might have a more powerful and capable backer, and Toshi has an entire thought.
And he's like, how dare there be parallels between him and my zygotes? And basically, like, also, I want to point out that, like, thanks to like Pro Hero's work with crimes and attacks that like happen like all at once, as opposed to big, complicated like organizations, police do have more resources to devote to long-term investigations. So, like, I guess that's good. Are the police actually defunded in this world? I don't know. There's not enough inspection given to that, so
we don't get a ton of world building there, like how exactly that all breaks down between like what's a hero's responsibility and what's a police person's responsibility.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know, especially in this day and age, but I don't think we're gonna get it.
Yeah. So then we cut to Izuku's apartment and we learn that school is closed temporarily, but of course Izuku can't relax. Honestly, who can blame him? Because after something like that, like the hypervigilance is going to be so real. And he's watching All Might videos again, but instead of getting excited about them, like when he was little and like we saw in the flashback earlier, now he's using them to torture himself. And this is possibly even more on the nose than the teacher conference. Like the mirror is now being held up to my face. I don't like it. Can we turn it back on society? That was easier to swallow.
No, you must swallow the mirror. Get on it, get some water, get to it. And like my note was that he like tries to watch his comfort video and he doesn't find any comfort in it anymore because he thinks he could have done so much more against the villains. But baby, you are baby. You don't need to berate yourself for not being 100% perfect right away. You did what you needed to do, and that was survive.
So good. He did amazing. He did fucking incredible.
Exactly. But like, also, this mirror mallet hurts. Please, I have a concussion and a broken skull now. Horikoshi, please.
Multiple wounds are happening. But this particular scene is very intense and emotional because we've all have been in moments of thinking we're not good enough, that even watching something that used to comfort us doesn't really help at that particular point in time. Izuku shouldn't have to feel the way he is feeling right now, but he is. Like, we've done it too. But yes, baby. And he must 100% be protected.
Or I will fully agree. And sweet worried Inko interrupts his little spiral. Lets him know dinner's ready. She made his favorite. I love her so much. But also it's like, this is a really interesting scene because we can kind of see that their relationship still hasn't fully healed because they're like kind of masking with each other. Because like Izuku presumably, he doesn't want to appear weak. So he smiles at his mom. And Inko, presumably doesn't want to feel like she doesn't want to seem like she doesn't believe in him. So instead of like questioning him or asking what's wrong, she just smiles back at him. And it's like, oh man, like I know they'll get there eventually, but at this moment in time, they still have so much to do.
Yeah. And while Fern was having this like very well thought out emotional response to this mother-son relationship, I was just confused because in the dub they were having lunch at 7, and like lunch at 7 is incorrect. And I got very confused for like 10 minutes and I couldn't think about anything else. I was like, it's incorrect. Excuse me.
Funny. Oh my God, that's so funny.
So in the sub, it says that food is ready. So I'm just gonna assume it's dinner, but they just messed it up in the translation.
Like, yeah. That makes complete sense, but it does not help my past confusion.
Yeah, somebody let a couple of details slip there. That's really funny. So cut back to UA. Class is back in session. So I guess that week off has ended. And the kids are discussing the media coverage of the incident.
The rest of the students are also talking about how cool and scary it was. And my good son Bakugo like shuts Mineta like right up. It was beautiful. He gets extra dessert tonight. Good boy.
Amen. And then Tenya yells at everyone to shut up and get in their seats. But he's the only one not in his seat. And they roast him for it. And I just love him so much. He's so weird.
Poor awkward Tenya. And then there's Ochako being sweet, telling him not to worry about it.
She's so good. God, I love
He's
them.
so precious.
Such good beans.
So then Aizawa shows up to teach class, even though he could have gotten a substitute, and he's covered in bandages and limping. Sir, he makes this comment. He's like, my well-being doesn't matter. Like, yes, it fucking does. Kids learn by example. So go back to bed, because we both know that you would tear them a new one for acting like this. Like, talk about irrational behavior.
Yeah, for real. I literally had like the same note. I wrote, literally bandaged head to toe. This man limps to the lectern and says, my well-being is irrelevant. Sir, take care of yourself so you can take care of others. Don't make me take you to therapy.
We will drag you.
I had the same note. Also, go back to bed. But also, is it really surprising that he has children that take after him?
Oh no, it's
they're
not
learning
surprising.
via his example. So yeah, it makes perfect sense. He's teaching them how not to take care of themselves.
Yeah, they're his little ducklings. They're just following him around like little mirrors. Stop it. Go to bed.
Chirp, chirp.
Oh, there's zygotes in the egg. Oh, look at me pulling it together. That's a callback to chapter 335 in case y'all are confused.
So then Aizawa says that they've got a new task that they need to start preparing for. He's all ominous about it, but it's just the UA Sports Festival. And the kids are like, could you not psych us out like that? Because we thought we were going to die again.
Yeah, like, sir, you're bad jokes. Please calm down. I love you, though. The students are so fed up with you.
They're so mad.
He's a dad. He's got to make the dad jokes.
I guess.
Yes.
And then, of course, the students are like, should we even still be having the sports festival? Like, this is a really public event, and we just had a literal terrorist attack. But apparently the school thinks it's important to appear unshakable or whatever. That's going to go great, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's there. Nothing can go wrong with that, except that Aizawa explains that the administration is going for the everything's fine now approach. And that never works.
It never works.
Never. Insert joke about the American school system here.
Oh my God. Oh, we hate this
Any
country.
of them.
Foreign listeners.
Any of them.
Rescue us.
Please.
Help.
But also, another thing that Aizawa mentions is that the festival is super crucial to building their future hero careers. So they literally can't cancel it without like compromising all their students' futures. That seems like poor planning, but we get a great arc out of it. So you know what? It's fine. Also, he mentions that the sports festival is literally bigger than the Olympics, at least in Japan.
Yeah. And in the dub, I guess another detail was lost because he says that the sports festival is bigger than the Olympics for the entire world. And I'm like, what? Y'all get some new programming. Like a high school competition is not comparable to the Olympics. Y'all need to get like some drama and some sitcoms in there. Calm down.
Well, it doesn't help that a lot of ways heroes make a names out of themselves is through things like this.
Are you okay, darling? Did that turn into an actual cough? It was hard to tell. Like, you kept doing it. I was like, oh, does she actually need to cough now? Do we need to pause?
Koshi causing literal illness in us.
I'm fine. I'm just really good at fake coughing.
Guess so. So yes, as you mentioned, Maria, the current pros use the festival to scout future recruits. So you got to be awesome and you got to be memorable. Otherwise, getting internships or job offers in the future gonna be hella difficult. Also, need to call out Jiro really quick. With being mean to poor Danky, it is not his fault that you're attracted to him. Also, I have this like whole headcanon about Jiro having like a bi crisis, but opposite of the typical direction. Like she was totally comfortable and secure in her identity as a sapiosexual lesbian. And then she meets this absolute himbo and her world just falls apart. But I digress.
Retweet. Perfect.
Times 2.
No notes. It's wonderful.
Nope.
But yeah, she makes a rude little comment and I was like, stop. Like, I get it, but also stop. So then we cut to later in the day. What does Cementos teach? Do either of you know?
Yes, it's at the bottom of the notes.
Okay, well, we'll get to that then.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out later. And the kids are, of course, both excited and nervous for the festival. So, replacing life-ending stress with career-ending stress, I guess that's better.
No.
So math got it.
Yeah, no, still no.
Also, my emo bird's then sitting all cool and shit.
Oh, we love
Tokoyami is
Tokoyami.
always posing.
Yeah, he is. Anyway, also the bop music starts again. This time.
And then, of course, you've got Izuku, who's overthinking everything, as per usual. Tenya's getting weird, as per usual. He does this little, like, hip movement. And I was like, okay, child, calm down.
He's dancing.
And then Ochako is fucking ready to go. I love her intensity so much. But everyone else is like, are you okay?
Yeah, she goes way into it.
Heckin' plus
was
ultra.
giving me this is what I would look like if I was the villain vibes. And I fucking love it.
So then Izuku realizes that he never asked Ochako about her motivations to become a hero. So he asks her about it on the way to lunch.
Yep. And of course, I took the time to look at the crowds and no one looked familiar. Sorry.
Darn. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we get Ochako backstory time. Let's go. Woo-hoo! So at first she's like, oh, I'm just doing it because the money's good. Sorry, my motivation isn't admirable like y'all's. But they keep prodding her and we get a little more. So her family has a construction business. It isn't doing super well. And she wants to help support her parents financially. That's still not the entire story, but we'll get to that eventually. But we do get a flashback to baby Ochako. I can't with these little babies. They're so good. Oh, my heart can't take it. Her sweater says super. How am I supposed to deal with that?
Baby and must be protected at all costs.
And her parents are wonderful, especially her dad, but that's mostly because mom just doesn't get any lines. And they're like, no, baby, don't worry about us. You go out and fulfill your dream. And just the healthy family dynamic, I can't.
Her parents are the literal best 100 out of 10.
Her parents are what they all fucking deserved.
Yes.
All these babies deserved better.
They did.
You are so right. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. My my cord is swinging around because I got really excited. Yeah. So if anybody heard that noise, that was
round, baby, right round.
So much like us, Izuku and Tenya are just so moved. And Tenya literally claps and yells bravo a bunch of times. Just my sweet babies, all supporting each other. I love them so much. And then as he does, All Might shows up in the silliest of fashions, and he invites Izuku to lunch so that they can have like some super serious father-son talk time.
Yeah, and he has like the tiniest, cutest little lunch bag. And like I know it's because he doesn't have a stomach, so he can't have big meals, but it's so cute.
He's adorable.
He's so dramatic and so cute at the same time. I cannot with this man. Also, Chaco, he's like a maiden. Spinning his head. A perfect moment. It was perfection.
I forgot about that comment. That was so good. But yeah, so we cut to Chaco and Tenya in the cafeteria, wondering what All Might wants with Izuku, and they theorize that because their quirks and personalities are similar, that All Might has taken a liking to Izuku and is giving him special mentoring. And then kind of to the side, we get a little shot of Shoto eavesdropping and having a suspicion with a capital S.
Yeah, the sweetest boy, starts putting the pieces together incorrectly. But God, I love him.
Well, I mean, it might not be incorrect.
Listen, we're gonna get to that at some point, but not now. That's way down the line.
Okay, my bad.
Okay. First of all, let me unleash my first Shoto of the season.
Oh, very well
nice.
Done. Beautiful.
Thank you. Second, it's finally my son's time to shine, and I'm so hyped and excited.
Yes. Oh my God, he gets so much screen time in this season.
I'm so ready for it. Now for his suspicion. His one brain cell is currently working overtime to make all these wrong connections.
Poor sweet baby.
I just picture his brain being like that one episode of SpongeBob where they're all running around and everything's on fire, but it's just one little Shoto running around with everything's on fire and ice.
It's
I
a
need
whole
the fan
bunch
art.
of little Shotos, but only one of them's awake.
Yes, that's it. Give us fan art, listeners.
So then we cut back to Izuku and Toshi in Toshi's office. And Toshi reveals that after everything that happened with the whole USJ incident, now he can only use One for All for about 50 minutes, and he can only keep his All Might form for about an hour and a half. So he's like really cutting it fine. And Izuku, of course, feels guilty, tries to apologize, but Toshi starts laughing and spewing blood everywhere, and it's kind of alarming. But it does work in like just cutting Izuku off and distracting him. So, I did appreciate that.
Yeah, I also appreciated it. He's like slowly getting the hang of being an interpersonal mentor.
So slowly.
I had a different reaction to this. The blood splatter is back.
Oh, blood splatter.
We do love it. We do.
So then Toshi finally gets to business, which is that Izuku still can't control One for All very well, so they need a plan for the sports festival because there are multiple events. So they're gonna have to figure that shit out. And Izuku brings up the time during the USJ incident when he used One for All when he aimed a punch at Shiggy, but he didn't hurt himself or Shiggy. Well, the Nomu took it, but that's a different thing entirely. Basically, he didn't hurt himself. And he theorizes it was because he was directing that punch towards like an actual person for the first time, and he didn't actually want to hurt them. And then we get a little mini recap of 13's lecture about how quirks can cause great harm, even if they're also really useful. So Izuku thinks that somehow he what's the word?
He like unconsciously puts the brakes on.
Yeah. He internalized that. He internalized that lesson, and it allowed him to subconsciously put the brakes on, or just control One for All better.
Yeah, that's the word.
Oof, that took me far too long to say.
No.
And then Toshi reaches the conclusion that there is a way for Izuku to control One for All since he did it unconsciously, and he just needs to learn to do it on purpose. But then instead of exploring that further, which would be useful, he's just like, well, that's progress. I'm glad. Like, you beautiful himbo. I love you so much, but Izuku needs more help.
Yeah, God, he is still so bad at this. He makes like infinitesimal progress, and then like he congratulates himself and doesn't push himself to do better for like 10 more episodes. Sir, please get your book.
Oh, Toshi.
Yeah, Toshi's not the best right now, but he redeems himself.
Yeah, sure.
Eventually.
He does. Honestly, it really coincides with the Camino Ward fight, I think.
Yeah.
Like once a certain part of himself is gone for good, then he's like, okay, now I can finally put that to rest and actually focus on this other thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Poor man can't multitask.
Not really. So then Toshi starts talking about how he doesn't have that much time left as a symbol of peace, and Izuku does a sad. Then he goes on to say that villains are starting to realize that he's getting weaker, and then Izuku does a big concern.
Big heckin' concern.
Oh God, Toshi is just piling more pressure on poor Izuku's shoulders because this festival, in their eyes, is a chance for Izuku to stand out as the future symbol of peace and officially take Toshi's place in the minds of the public. And the episode ends with Toshi telling Izuku, I want you to tell the world, I am here. And it just really finally starts to hit Izuku what exactly being All Might's successor really means. And yeah, just the pressure, astronomical.
Yep. And the victory music swells and Toshi tells Izuku that the festival is going to be like his debut, like it's a fucking debutante ball. And he's going to be the next All Might. And like, no pressure, bro.
Yeah, no pressure.
Bless you.
You good?
Yes.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. Poor boy is shooketh by All Might's words. And honestly, I think all of us probably would.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you were someone's successor like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so sudden. It's like, bro, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh shit, now this comes with all these conditions that you weren't perfectly upfront about. Or on the other hand, oh, turns out that my dream in reality isn't going the way that I thought it would.
Oh.
Oh boy. But yeah, anyway, then we get the end credits. This is actually my favorite credit. Oh my God.
Credits. They're crispy.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite credit sequence out of all the ones that we've seen so far. And like the shot with all the girls laying on the grass looking up at the falling petals is actually my current computer background. It's probably going to stay that way for a while. It's a nice little shot.
That's cute. I also like the cherry blossoms have like finally returned.
Mm-hmm.
And these credits actually just feature the gals of UA. And like Uraraka is like the only one to like catch one of the petals. Like I wonder if there's symbolism there that we are missing as non-Japanese folks.
That's interesting. I like it.
Yeah, and it's basically just like the girls kicking ass against the robots and hanging out outside the training. They're all becoming friends because they're all the best. Also, the credits are in Japanese. So like I can't find any Easter eggs because I am not bilingual. Apologies.
Yeah, no, I really like these end credits. It's super hopeful and cheery, almost like the show isn't going to shatter us to freaking pieces.
Yeah, you're not
It
wrong.
does. I'm on the floor right now.
So then we get the preview. The sport festival begins. Who the hell are all these new characters? Poor baby Izuku looks very nervous. Why is Shoto picking a fight with Izuku? I guess we'll find out next week.
Yep. And that is it for the episode. So we're going to dive
It's
right
the shortest
into the
timeline we've had in so goddamn long. It's literally half
feels good.
as long as some of our other timelines.
It feels good
Yeah.
though. It feels good to kind of ease our way back in.
That's true.
All right. So for the manga differences, there's not really that many. The first thing I want to point out is the apartment scene with Inko is anime only. So kind of like in season 1 where there was an apartment scene.
That's
very nice.
interesting.
It was very nice. For the second, or rather like for the second half of chapter 21, there's not really any differences except that they like moved the conference with Tsukauchi like between the panels. So they were like the order of scenes was a little different. It doesn't actually change anything, but that's the only difference. Then in chapter 22, there is actually a direct callback to the bystander in chapter 1 when they're talking about Shiggy and his comment about how lots of people just can't control their quirk. And this is when they're discussing Shigaraki. So that was interesting. It does actually say that the sports festival is a Japan only deal instead of worldwide, like in the dub. Come on, y'all. Whoever translated this episode was sloppy. I'm going to say it.
I think they had a bad day.
Yeah, for real. And then we do find out what Cementos teaches, and it is 4th period modern lit right before their lunch break. So
Interesting.
yeah, he's a book guy. I love it.
I do too.
All right. And then the final panel of chapter 22 is just the background on Nezu, and I hate him. But he is like one of the only animals who developed a quirk, and like we learn more about him later. And he apparently smokes, and I still don't like him. He's suspicious as hell, even though we know now who the traitor is. I still don't like him.
There's still time for more twists and turns. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, not much in the chapters. And like the only other Easter egg I noticed is the Kirishima parallels to Oboro that the fandom has made. I want to point out there's like
fandom based on like one
or two panels.
Sequence. Yeah, 1 or 2 panels.
Yeah,
y'all do this a lot.
Yeah, y'all need to calm down, but I'm gonna cover it because I got it. I don't like it, but I got it. Okay, so the theory is like knowing Oboro's full fate as it played out in season 5. Like, I do not like this fandom theory where Kiri, like, because he is like the sunshine boy that inspires everyone around him, and the fact that he is in Oboro's same position in the title card of this arc, it also means he's going to die. Like, no, we won't discuss it here because we're mad at it, and we refuse to believe it. We're also not going to talk about the coffin panel or anything else, because if we do, it's going to jinx it and he's not going to die. This generation is literally meant to break the mold set by the previous one. Gavel smash meme, no dying allowed.
Yeah, this fandom is determined to make this series even darker than it already is. And I've decided to blame pandemic depression.
Yep, that's as good a reason as any.
I think we're all just horribly depressed.
Yeah.
So, any final comments?
Still have a lot of feelings, but they're not episode specific, so I'm not going to burden y'all with them. But yeah. So yeah, that's all I got.
Me too. I'm good.
All right.
Same here.
All right. So this has been My Hero Analysis. You'll hear us next week, or maybe not because holidays, but also I think this is coming out in I don't know what time is, y'all. I'm so sorry.
I think it comes out in January, so we're good.
Okay. All right. This has been My Hero Analysis. You'll hear us next week. And in the meantime, go beyond plus ultra and thirst responsibly. Bye, y'all.
Thanks again for listening. Theme music is The Happy Cowboy by Gary the Canary, remixed by Fern. If you'd like to submit questions, fan art, or bonus episode topics, visit our website at myheroanalysis.com. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok under @myheroanalysis. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. Bye, y'all.